Prediabetes is a warning sign, a critical stage when the body begins to shift from a healthy metabolic state toward a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Unlike a concrete diagnosis with a specific medical treatment, prediabetes is a gray area, a zone of heightened risk, yet one that can still be reversed with the right lifestyle changes. It's closely associated with metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions including high cholesterol, elevated blood lipids, increased blood pressure, high blood sugar, often measured by the hemoglobin A1C test, and an expanding waistline driven by excessive visceral fat. This hidden fat, stored deep in the abdomen, can trigger inflammation and disrupt the body's ability to control blood sugar levels, appetite, and a host of other hormone-driven functions essential for health. Metabolic syndrome often develops silently, sometimes over months or years, especially in those with a family history of type 2 diabetes. Fortunately, these risks can be mitigated, and prediabetes can even be reversed through intentional lifestyle changes. For many years, chronic diseases such as diabetes, cancer, or heart disease were considered irreversible. Recent scientific breakthroughs, however, have challenged this notion. Immunotherapy, for example, has enabled some patients with advanced cancer to eliminate the disease entirely by harnessing the power of the immune system. Similarly, studies like those led by Dr. Dean Ornish have shown that heart disease can be improved, sometimes dramatically, through a combination of diet, exercise, and stress management. Even Alzheimer's disease, once thought untreatable, can have its progression slowed through lifestyle modifications. When it comes to prediabetes, the evidence is clear. With the right approach, it's possible to restore insulin sensitivity and prevent the onset of type 2 diabetes. Here are 5 natural methods to reverse prediabetes and support a healthier, more resilient metabolism. First, physical activity forms the cornerstone of any strategy to improve insulin sensitivity. Exercise helps muscles absorb glucose, relieves stress on the pancreas, and reduces the production of insulin and insulin-like growth factors, which themselves may be tied to increased cancer risk. Aerobic activities, such as brisk walking, dancing, jogging, cycling indoors or outdoors, all get the heart pumping and oxygen flowing, engaging large muscle groups and stimulating metabolic processes. A major analysis from Harvard Medical School and 2 leading Chinese universities, encompassing over 8,800 people with prediabetes, found that those who performed aerobic exercise 3 to 4 times per week experienced significant improvements in insulin sensitivity, reduced insulin resistance, stabilized blood sugar, and even improved their body mass index, or BMI. BMI is a widely used indicator of metabolic health, and regular physical activity is proven to reduce excess fat and enhance overall metabolic function. Second, eliminating ultra-processed foods and sugary drinks is essential. Ultra-processed foods, snacks, candies, packaged meals are loaded with empty calories, lacking the polyphenols, fiber, and nutrients naturally present in whole plant foods. These products often contain preservatives, artificial colors, flavorings, and synthetic sweeteners that can damage the gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in our intestines. A healthy microbiome plays a critical role in maintaining insulin sensitivity and efficient glucose metabolism. When the microbiome is compromised, insulin resistance increases, blood sugar rises, and the pancreas responds by producing more insulin. Yet, that insulin becomes less effective. Ultra-processed foods are typically made in factories with ingredient lists full of chemicals and additives that are often unrecognizable as food. A helpful rule of thumb: if a food's ingredients wouldn't be considered food by traditional standards, it's likely ultra-processed. Cutting these foods out of your diet is a vital step toward reversing prediabetes. Third, adopting a predominantly plant-based diet delivers powerful metabolic benefits. Diets rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, seeds, healthy plant oils, herbs, and spices, such as the Mediterranean or traditional Asian diets, are among the healthiest eating patterns known. These diets are abundant in polyphenols and fiber, and they feature bioactive compounds like chlorogenic acid, lycopene, and ellagic acid, all of which help reduce inflammation, burn visceral fat, improve insulin sensitivity, and shrink waist circumference. Meals based on these foods are not only delicious, but also support optimal metabolic health. By incorporating a variety of plant foods rich in bioactive compounds into your daily routine, you can lower your risk of prediabetes and promote overall wellness. Fourth, significantly reducing total calorie intake is crucial. Food provides calories, the energy our bodies use and store in muscles and fat cells. When we consistently eat beyond our needs, filling our plates to overflowing, going back for seconds or even thirds, we accumulate visceral fat. Fat cells can expand to triple their size, and if this isn't enough, the body creates new fat cells. Excess visceral fat triggers inflammation and disrupts adiponectin, a hormone that works alongside insulin to maintain insulin sensitivity. When adiponectin is out of balance, insulin becomes less effective, leading to insulin resistance and prediabetes. To reverse this process, reduce your calorie intake by consciously eating less. Take 2/3 of your usual portion, resist the urge to clean your plate, and avoid second helpings. Breaking the habit of finishing everything can help cut calories, lower inflammation, and prevent further accumulation of harmful fat. Fifth, increasing the natural fasting window in your daily routine can have transformative effects on metabolism. Intermittent fasting is a state where, not consuming food, the body shifts from storing fat to burning it. During 8 hours of sleep, the body is naturally fasting and burning fat for energy. To extend this fasting period, simply stop eating after dinner. For instance, if you finish dinner at 8 p.m. and don't eat again until 8 a.m., you've completed a 12-hour fast, half a day without food. During this time, your body burns visceral fat, reduces inflammation, and restores insulin sensitivity. Fasting also helps reset the gut microbiome, further supporting healthy metabolism. After waking, wait an hour before your first meal. Spend this time reading, walking, or practicing mindfulness. The longer natural fasting window helps accelerate fat burning, lower blood sugar, and rejuvenate metabolic health. In summary, reversing prediabetes is absolutely achievable by following these 5 natural strategies. Physical activity boosts insulin sensitivity and metabolic function. Eliminating ultra-processed foods and sugary drinks protects the gut microbiome and reduces insulin resistance. A plant-based diet supplies polyphenols and fiber to fight inflammation and visceral fat, while reducing total calorie intake prevents the accumulation of harmful fat and supports hormonal balance. Finally, extending your daily fasting window encourages fat burning, lowers inflammation, and resets your metabolism. Together, these changes lower blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, and waist circumference, and most importantly, prevent progression to type 2 diabetes. It is always wise to consult your healthcare provider for a thorough assessment and to rule out any underlying medical conditions contributing to prediabetes. With consistency and commitment, these natural methods can restore metabolic health and significantly improve your quality of life.